Hey, welcome to the show. My name is John. It is great to see you guys. Happy Friday Y Day. That's right, folks. It is Friday Y Day, and I'm just thrilled that you guys are here with me here at Live at 8 and joining me on every Friday, none other than Tommy Bowman and Dan Ruda. What's up, fellas?
What's up, John?
Morning to all. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday Y Day.
How about my got me a pop filter?
I didn't want to say anything. I wanted you to bring it up. That's real nice.
It makes for a less aggressive P sound.
I guess I use P's a lot. And so Steven, he's like, dude, I'm getting you a pop filter. So if you are listening to the show on the podcast, well, you can't see it. So I'm just describing to you guys as you're cutting the lawn.
Yep. But they're noticing that the P's, it's just landing. They're landing much more softly.
Yeah, that's right.
Already.
It's a nice pop filter. Similarly, I had a Pop Tart this morning, but you know
what? It's funny. I had a Pop Tart this week too.
I didn't. It was just the association thing went quick.
Okay.
Come on, I wouldn't eat those. But now that you have,
I did.
I will say three pieces of lose last night.
My body's a temple, guys.
Yeah,
so
I know. Clearly.
I didn't.
I know, Tommy.
Clearly. So duck season opened on Tuesday.
Congratulations.
Right.
So
right.
We had an amazing, so I don't know if you guys, so here's how duck hunting works. I mean, you got to get up at 3 a.m. I left my house at 3:15, got to the river at like 4:45. So it just takes so much time because you got to set out the spread, all the decoys. It's pretty intense, but you end up eating breakfast in the duck blind. And we had a great morning. We got 11 ducks. Jack did phenomenal. He retrieved 9 of them. The whole reason I bring that up is 2 reasons. Number one, it's mainly what I like talking about these days. But secondly, we had a Pop-Tart in the duck blind because I cook breakfast. So I bring the eggs, and I got bacon from Wheat and Meat Company. They have jalapeno bacon. So I'm all ready to cook breakfast for the guys in the duck blind, but I forgot the lighter to start the stove. Huge fail. But my buddy Todd had Pop-Tarts, so he saved
Now,
us.
question. Do we think the guy on the patch on your hat eats Pop-Tarts while hunting?
Oh, no.
Okay.
He doesn't.
Now, about Pop-Tarts, don't ask me why I know this, but I kid you not. On the box for Pop-Tarts, okay, we know there's a couple ways you can heat these things, right?
Yeah.
Myself, I'm a toaster guy. But it says, I kid you, take the Pop-Tart and microwave it for 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Just what will cook time of 3 seconds accomplish for a Pop-Tart? So I haven't tried it, but if any of the listeners are out there and you want to just help.
Well, I think
do the toast method, microwave for 3 seconds, see what happens.
All right. So to you guys watching right now at wearemission.online or on Facebook, we would love to see your comments. How many of you would say that you like Pop-Tarts? You can just reply in the comments. I will read through all of them. And how many of you have actually done the 3-second Pop-Tart warm-up? Wow, 3 seconds.
And that's what it says. It says heating instructions. Microwave for 3 seconds. Caution.
I don't.
Center could be hot.
Yeah.
What kind of microwave are you using?
It's interesting.
Shocking.
So today is Friday Y Day, and we love to talk about all kinds of things, some of which don't matter, like Pop-Tarts. Some of which do matter, like staying connected. That's what we're talking about today, staying connected. And we've been working through on Fridays a statement that we've been reading from the book Canoeing the Mountains. We're almost done with it. But we've been really connecting what we're learning from this book to our why as a church, which is helping people find and follow Christ. And so last week was around stay calm, last Friday, which is super fun. Today is around stay connected. Stay connected, stay connected. So important when it comes to experiencing all that God has for you, especially right now. It's true in every season. It's vital in this season. Stay connected. So I'd love for us to dive into that conversation, guys. For those of you that are listening on the podcast, hey, if you would rate and review it, that would be a huge gift to me. If you're on Instagram TV, why don't you go ahead and share this or like it? I don't know. That'd be great. If you're on YouTube, you can subscribe so that you don't miss any episodes. If you're on Facebook, mission.online, you can comment away. We love the interaction. So what say you about staying connected? What do you guys think?
Dan, who you want to do?
Yeah, I can jump in. Yeah, I think about because it's Friday Why Day, and we talk about our why is helping people find and follow Christ. I immediately went to stories of connection and impact that I have heard this week. And so I'll share some of my own personal thoughts about connection here in a little bit if you're curious. But when I think about people who are being connected and having purpose, I think about the Meisters that had their watch party. They are staying connected with their friends, and they are showing up every single Sunday, and they are hosting their watch party. They've got like 10 adults and 10 kids, the majority of which are their direct neighbors who have never been around mission. It's growing by people inviting other people coming to their watch party. And they're like, it's not the easiest thing in the world. Like Joe and his wife, Amy, like they divide, she runs a mission kids kind of watch party while the parents get to connect as adults, but they're like doing that with other people, having that level of connection and then connecting around the watch party thing. He actually said in kind of in a text back when he was sharing his story, he's like, guys, I hope this is okay, but I am in no hurry to come back to the building. I just think this is what God is doing on our street right now. And
sounds like someone's being deployed.
High five, applause. You got it.
Awesome.
I think about Sarah Bruno. She sent in a couple of pictures. Their missional community, they are connected specifically around an elementary school in Keeneyville.
Yeah.
Right. And now, if there are any people who are under siege and feeling like they don't have connection points, it's teachers and school administrators and principals. Like, where is my safe haven? And so this missional community exists to connect and help this people group find and follow Christ. And they're like, hey, what can we do? And he's like, hey, we've been well-intentioned. We want to create a space where people can get clothing. Kids can get winter coats when it's cold if they don't have them. We've got this old storage closet that we want to transform. We just haven't. And she's like, let us show up. And so their missional community went, transformed this entire closet, hung up coat racks, organized everything. And the principal's just like, this is a breath of fresh air. This is encouragement. This is showing up and helping us have bandwidth to actually connect to the families and kids that we exist to serve. So huge connection with purpose going on. Those are just a couple of stories. So Tommy, I'll let it kick back over to you.
Yeah. And as we've been talking about the growth track, both on the weekend here on Friday, Y Day, we always want to remind you guys of the growth track, and your participation in it, finding connection through it, is something we desperately want for you and not at all from you. And I think from personal experience right now this fall, and just what I've heard in the community and even with people at Mission, is when COVID hit, everything went away. The frantic life went away. And so now that things are beginning to reopen, there are people that have this fear of returning to the frantic. And I totally acknowledge that. I experienced that too. As soccer schedules have come out and as this has happened, I've been like, oh no, but this has been so great. I've had so much free time. But I know we cannot let our fear of returning to the frantic impede us from our return to moving forward. In pre-COVID, like we as a church, like never before, we were moving forward when it comes to gathering, growing, and going. And so if you're like on the fence, or maybe you're like, but all this stuff is reopening and I can't handle it, I acknowledge that. That is a real feeling, this fear. We're not asking you to return back to the frantic life, but we are asking, let's make a return to moving forward. One of the best ways that you can move forward is through real, genuine, and intentional connection. There's that famous African proverb: if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And we can't go fast anywhere right now. So let's focus on where we're going far together. And I'll wrap up this part with just saying what you said, John, on Sunday. Show me your friends and I'll show you your fall. Any one person is the collective average of who they're around.
That's right.
It's true of me. It's true of you. And we have been so isolated, everybody, the last 6 months. And so who are you intentionally putting yourself around? The growth track has so many opportunities for you to make those meaningful connections. So those are some of my initial thoughts.
I love it. Hey, tell me if you guys wouldn't mind to open up a page of your life.
Yeah.
How are you guys staying connected right now? What does that look like?
Yeah. I mean, our unfair advantage is our staff and our team. I mean, we just got, we finish our week every week on Thursdays praying together, and so we're on this mission together, and we're vulnerable with one another. So I was thinking about this on my walk Wednesday in the morning. I don't know where I would be if I did not have this team
Mhm.
around me on a daily basis. I was dying to get back into the office. I couldn't do the on-screen thing anymore. And I just wanted to be around you guys
Mm.
in our team. So you take that away. I don't know, honestly, where I would be, because COVID, this whole season's been hard with you guys. I can't imagine going through it without you guys.
Mm.
So that's been the biggest gift for me is our team and the daily connection I get with you guys.
Yeah, similar. That for me, also to expand it. I mean, we're a part of a missional community.
Mhm.
And so we've been doing like brunches with another couple in our missional community, the
Nice.
Sternbergs, that live just down around the
Oh,
corner.
that's cool.
And so we get to see them a lot. There's a lot of connection that happens there. And then just this past week, Wednesday night, was probably the strongest connection that I've had in a long time. We had our alpha team training. So Tommy was just talking about, if you want to circle up with people, experience some connection, register for alpha. Well, our team got together for our training this past Wednesday night, and we connected, and it felt great to just be together. We got trained up, we sang together, we worshiped together. It was a time of like, I have been so hyper isolated. There are just things that have happened, and we're just forced into a hyper isolated state that I forgot how good for the soul it is to reconnect. And it reminded me of Henry Cloud, author, pastor, psychologist, talks about like how our cell phones, right? Like when you get off the plane and you land anywhere and you open it up, it says like no service, and then it goes searching for connection until it lands somewhere. And you feel so secure when you're like, oh, full bars and Wi-Fi, awesome. And I just feel like we as human beings have been in this no service and are transitioning into this like searching for connection.
Yeah.
And there's an opportunity right here, right now. And I have been, I shouldn't say surprised, but surprised at how much energy I immediately get when that connection kicks back in.
Yep.
Yeah. What about you, Johnny?
I've been isolating.
Mostly duck hunting.
Yeah. So I've got.
You love being alone.
Yeah, no. So I actually have a few things come to mind. Tommy, as you said, our staff is such a gift in my life. I love our team so much. You guys know this. I'm not like an office person. It's hard for me to be in an office, but like I'm here all the time. One of the reasons is because I love being around our team. That's been huge. What a gift. Me and some buddies started a pastors group. We meet every other Monday afternoon, all lead pastors of churches in the area. That's been huge, So we kind of share just challenging things right now. I don't think that's probably ever been a harder time to lead a church than now. So that's been really, really cool. You guys all know those guys that I'm in that group with. It's been awesome. My street, man, I've just got the best neighbors. I'm with them all the time. So, this Sunday for the Bears home opener, we're throwing a big party and in my garage, and, neighbor Dave's smoking ribs, and Tim and Tom and Craig, all their wives, everyone's coming by. It's just going to be, So, I definitely have a decent amount of time alone during the week, but I definitely, I'm definitely choosing to not isolate. And I think the most important community I have is my girls. It's Kelly, Hallie, and Hannah. And something new I started this year was family devotionals every morning. I got convicted that I was doing live at 8 for thousands of people, some of which I don't know, but I wasn't really spiritually specifically investing in Kelly, Hallie, and Hannah each morning. And so it's something that me and Kelly talked about during my study break. And it's been so cool, guys. Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. We're there around the island. We got this little island in our kitchen, and I've got a little Devo, and we hold hands and we pray our family verse together. And, what I found, I guess, with that, staying connected with them, but also in these other groups, is it's not always this instant, major, incredible experience. Sometimes it can be, like the alpha training actually was for me Wednesday night, but I've noticed it's more of an accumulative effect. I've noticed that it's more of like, I look back on a month and say, man, I wonder why that month was so great. And I look at all the intentional times of staying connected, and even now, we now look back over the past couple weeks And, our doors, physical doors at 82 Stratford Drive have been open. Sunday has now been an incredible experience of being with the 400 folks that are turning up. But I think that's important for you guys listening today is your mindset on connection, your mindset on staying connected. We are finding our way forward. And as I mentioned a number of weeks ago, the way forward is in with people. But it's important not to look at it from this kind of instant 3-second microwave approach of a Pop-Tart. A lot of times the effect of community, or as Henry Cloud said, the power of the other, I love that book, is it's an accumulative effect. And so I would tell you right now that December 31st, you could look back over perhaps the most divided fall in our life, election year, and this is a unique election year. I would be willing to put money on you could stand there on December 31st and look back over a very difficult, divided kind of fall and say, and yet, man, my faith was rich. My mindset was strong. And it's because, like you said, Tommy, show me your friends, I'll show you your fall. And so we wanted to do this episode today, this Friday, to really challenge you guys to who's your circle? How are you going to circle up? We can help you with that. We want to help you with that through our growth track. Every single of the 3 courses are circles, right? Some of you have graduated the growth track. Well, that's going to be then in your missional community. But we wanted to challenge you and encourage you today. Stay connected, stay connected, stay connected, stay connected. There is a way forward, and that way forward is in with people. So
yeah,
it's good.
And it's so good, man. And you have to, something that I learned practically this week is you have to take some kind of risk if you want to obtain connection. And for me, one of the other areas that I've had great connection is with my neighbors. I'm on a cul-de-sac. We've lived around each other 9 years. They've been neighbors forever. We've spent more time than ever in the last 6 months. We've done watch parties every week. Then I was like, okay, we got Alpha. I always want to have Alpha in my life. I wonder if my neighbors would want to do Alpha. And here I am, one of our pastors. So I get it. And I got my phone and I'm so nervous to send this text. And, but I sent it and they're like, yeah, let's do it. And so now we're doing Alpha together, but that took some kind of risk. I was risking am I pushing them too hard? Are they gonna think I'm weird? Because I already asked them to do church and now Alpha, whatever. And I think your greater risk is to not take that risk. And at the gym, an older guy who ironically is on our connections team, he said to me, when I heard John say how much risk we're at being isolated and how the enemy's number one strategy is to isolate us, he's like, I just realized I was at greater risk then. So he's like, I text Jackie and I said, I want to get my volunteer spot back on the connections.
No way.
He was here this past Sunday.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. And so I think that's what we're saying when we want this for you, this connection on the growth track, but you got to take a risk. You got to risk something. You got to get up off your couch, your chair. You got to move. You got to do something.
You got last week on our show and this weekend, I got fired up about the whole be safe thing. And, I want you guys to know I love you. I mean, that is coming from a place, you guys know me, actually really, really know me. I love our people. I really, really do. God has put a love in my heart for our people. And so that's where that intensity is coming from. I know intensity is not a fruit of the Spirit, but there's times where it's just I care so much. And I think what the media has done, it's done a lot of terrible things historically and certainly currently. One of the things I believe that the media has done is it's sold so many people this false idea that there is a life void of risk. There is no such thing. There literally is no such thing as life without risk. And I'm not advocating for being foolish, for being reckless. That's not what I'm advocating for at all. But I want you to know the greatest risk that there is, I believe this fall, is isolating. I mean, we're starting to see some of the wreckage of what isolation has caused in this church. Marriages that are no longer married, the suicide numbers, the addiction numbers. Guys, it is startling. Why is that? It's because I think many people are trying to find a life void of risk. Well, guess what? That life on earth, it doesn't exist. The greatest risk that there is isolating. So how about instead we take a risk and stay connected? To me, I just believe that's that is the risk worth taking.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, there's risk both ways. Isolation does not guarantee safety. It doesn't. So you can risk in being in isolation, or you can risk in connecting in community. And if anyone's listening and we're talking about this connection, this is not about, are you extroverted and do you want to be around people? I'm an introvert. So this is not about energy and I love people. I'm a people person. And I'm extrovert and I want to do connection, or, I just like to just kind of Netflix and chill and be on my own and whatever. Okay. This is about Christ-likeness and your emotional, spiritual, psychological health.
Yep.
Those things are impacted in isolation. Those things are impacted in connection.
Yeah.
Risk is involved in choosing both. One of them is more how Jesus models and what promises will help you flourish. And so we're just trying to encourage you to take a risk assessment, because you and I are not out of it, and then step forward and choose connection.
Yeah, I heard on a podcast really quick that all the noise that we experience on Facebook in the shouting, and when we chalk it up so much as, oh, they just want attention. And this person on this podcast was saying, actually what's happening is people are so starved for connection. They don't know what else to do. And so they go there, and it seems combative, but it's from a place of, they might not know it. They are starved and people are dying for connection. And I was like, oh, if you step back and just really look at it, you're like, yeah, of course. And you spoke to this in this series. It's literally who God is, 3 in 1, a God of community and connection that is hardwired into our spiritual DNA. So we just got to live it out. Just live it out. So
stay connected, stay connected. Hey, for the show notes today, you can visit johnpeacock.com. If you would, hey, sharing is caring. Wouldn't you agree, guys? Wouldn't you agree? Sharing is caring. If you're watching us on Facebook, sharing is super easy. If you're on Instagram, it's easy. If you're catching this at a later date on YouTube, really easy. My nephew, Tanner, who both of you know and love, he watches it on YouTube, and then he grabs that link and he shares it with all of his buddies. Well done, TP.
Nice.
Down in hot Atlanta. I see you. I see you, bro. I see you staying connected. That's what I see. And I love it. This
Go
weekend.
Bears.
That's right. This weekend, man. Lastly, how are we feeling about the Bears game on Sunday?
I actually don't even know who they're playing, but I'm really excited to watch the game. Who are they playing? Anybody know?
I actually don't know either. I've been writing
full transparency. I think I knew the season started this weekend.
I've been writing a message. I've been writing a message all week.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how long Trubisky lasts. I'm ready to see Nick Foles. Okay, I've gone on record.
Dude, we just let down our entire audience. We don't even know what
to your point. Hopefully, it's proof that we've been working really hard for them on their behalf.
Yeah, well, I already told everyone I went duck hunting on Tuesday.
That's right. That's right.
Hey,
Dan and I were here. We were here. Yeah.
Oh.
We were here.
Yeah, I knew this. Actually, I forgot. I already looked.
Who are they playing?
The Lions.
Who are they playing?
Oh, okay.
I mean, come on. They're like a high school football team, the Lions. Yeah. We need to win. We need to win out of the gate. Yeah. Anyway. Love you guys. Hey, have a great Friday. Friday Y Day. Love you guys. We'll see you very soon. We'll see you this weekend for the culmination of The Way Forward. The Way Forward is out with purpose. Pretty excited to preach that one. We'll see you guys soon. Peace.